aliens exist? Our next guest says we may know that answer in less than a month because he's found possible evidence of their existence at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Harvard science professor Avi Loeb joins us now with more on his groundbreaking study. Avi, good morning to you. You know, you said that there's a chance these fragments could be artificial. How big of a chance are we talking here? Are you saying 50-50 or more?
Thanks for having me. Well, this object was moving very fast, faster than 95% of the stars near the sun. And it also had material strength tougher than all the rocks we had seen over the past decade in the NASA catalog. So there is a chance. I wouldn't quantify it. I would just say it's quite possible that it's different than a rock. And what we are doing now is analyzing the composition of the molten droplets that fell off this object when it was exposed to the fireball that it created as it moved through the air. And we are getting some interesting results, but I cannot detail them until we've put them together in a paper, scientific paper that we hope to make publicly available to everyone within a month or so.
So it was interesting when you said that it was moving faster than 95% of the nearby stars that's near the sun and made of a tough material. In layman's terms, a little more of a layman term for me here, what does that mean, Avi? I mean, are you saying that you do think that this is not just a typical meteor that we're usually seeing just drop into the ocean?
Well, it's definitely not a rock of a type that we are familiar with, and that's based on the US government data on this meteorite. And just think of Voyager. If it were to collide in 1 billion years with another planet, it would appear as a meteor, but it would be made of materials much tougher than rock. And moreover, it would move faster than typical rocks because it had some propulsion. So that's the possibility that we are exploring.
So, okay, this is hypothetical, obviously. Say these results come back and it is an alien spacecraft, I guess is what I'll call it. It's strange even having those words come out of my mouth since it's not been really spoken about to this degree. But what would the protocol be for that? I mean, how would that change the world and us going forward?
Well, it would mean that we have a neighbor, that we are not alone, just like realizing that, when you go out to your backyard and you find a tennis ball that was thrown by a neighbor, you realize, yes, I do have a neighbor. That's the basic change to our perspective about our place in the universe. And the next question is, of course, is that civilization much more advanced than we are? Because then we can learn from them. But it would be a fundamental change. And as you know, there was an eyewitness testimony at the U.S. House of Representatives just 10 days ago. One of the witnesses, David Brush, claims the U.S. government may have in its possession such materials. We don't know if it's real or not. For that, we need the government to step forward and provide more evidence. And the fundamental question is it easier for us to learn what lies at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean from interstellar space than it is to learn from politicians in Washington, D.C., what we know already?
Yeah, I'm most interested in what someone like you has to say about this type of situation, not necessarily the government. But as you've seen lately in the news in the past couple of years, we've seen more and more of the military showing these very interesting objects flying in the sky. Avi, should this scare people?
No, not at all. I think we should welcome it because it will be information that we can learn from. And it will inspire us to explore space. It may make us better instead of fighting with each other. Perhaps it will be a wake-up call for us to realize that there are more important things in life than fighting with other people. The third dimension of space will inspire us to put our resources into science, technology, and go out there.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not quite sure why this is not the top story headlining everywhere, but I'll tell you what, if it comes back and this is an alien spaceship, I would bet my life that it would be the top story. Avi Loeb, thank you so much. And we're interested to see what you come up with.